Hi there. Welcome to Syracuse Film Festival. She is the filmmaker for Enter the Faun, which looks like a very intimate and compelling story that I'd love to hear about. Please tell us a little bit about what the storyline is.
Yeah, well, I'm a choreographer as well as a filmmaker, and I went to see a performance of Romeo and Juliet done by a group that used disabled actors in their work, and I saw this young man, Gregg Mozgala, and I was blown away by the way he moved. He was Romeo, and I called him up and said, I happen to be doing a performance piece about body intelligence. And there's something about how he used his body. He had full-out cerebral palsy, but he negotiated his body in such an amazing way. So I invited him to dance in my next performance and came up with this character, the Faun, which is how he told me he saw himself, half man and half goat, because his legs were more like what showed his CP, his upper body was more, didn't show it. So what happened was that he came to the studio to work with me, and it turned out that he really couldn't be choreographed for because he fell down every time I asked him to do something that was outside of his, usual repertoire of movement. But we decided that we would set aside choreography and that we would just train him to become a dancer. So we're many, many years into this. And the film, we picked up the camera because of really amazing progress that we made. I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor, but just using my own body, the knowledge of my own body, which I think all dancers have, don't realize how smart their bodies are.
So would you mainly say, as the last question for you about this film, that this is more about transformation and self-healing?
Oh, definitely.
Coming obstacles and, really believing in what you can.
Well, I think it's all that. I think that he transformed very completely, so much so that we were invited to Harvard, and Oliver Sacks came to our studio. I mean, it really was a very miraculous kind of transformation. And again, it was sort of inadvertent because I loved the way he moved to begin with. He just couldn't sustain.
So the story kind of unfolds all in itself.
Yes, to this day we're learning more about what we did.
Well, that's good. It sounds like it's becoming very impactful in other ways.
It is, and it's very surprising.
Well, good. I'm glad you had time to join us, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.